Welcome back. It's been a while since my last video. Many things have changed. One of those changes is that you can now harvest dungeon chests. Okay, so I've got a build here. Detect hidden, lockpicking, stealth, hiding, magery, camping, spirit speak. Got a beefy earth elemental to help me get around the dungeon. Got a tier 14 harvest aspect. I did not earn that at all. In fact, I got it for free. And if any of you know what harvest aspect costs these days, that's quite a bargain. So we've got our links. 17 special / rare loot chance links. And we've got our loadout here, some regs, some potions, some normal lockpicks, iron lockpicks. We've got some iron trap removal things. Got some smoke bombs. Yeah. Emphasis on a light load here. So we're sitting at 84 stones. Camping helps us out a little bit. We got a big bag. Let's summon our elemental and go to Nucero. Why not? Let's pick up where we left off. Why don't we? Right off the bat, we've got a level 2 chest here, and as you can see, something interesting is happening to the chest. It's telling you where it is, and it's spamming what its status is. So it's a level 2 chest, it's locked and trapped. Now we're just going to walk right up to it, and the script that I'm running is going to do everything for us. Absolutely everything. Now it's a custom catered script for my build, but it's, it can be generalized. As you can see, there's a dungeon chest level 3 over there. I'm going to go take a peek in this little cave here. One of them's been looted. That's the one I'm above. And we'll just walk right up to that, and I'm not compressing anything here. In fact, I'm a little hungry. I'm going to eat some food. There you go. That's all I'm doing with my hands right now. Nothing. So the script is handling everything for me. And I'm going to be going over the script at the end of the video. And I'm going to post it into the description if anybody wants to use it. So, cruising through. Hitting those low chests, I don't really want to hit level 2s, 1s, 2s, and 3s, but you might as well on the way. Sometimes you just, whatever. This lockpicking will get you a lot of gold, but we're not really after the gold per hour here. We're after the special loot. Now, as you can see, I've already got 2 alchemy scrolls off the first chest, so that's something. And yeah, you might notice a little bit of an imbalance as we go through this, but that's okay. I like playing imbalanced things. So you'll notice we have continuous lockpicking checked. We've got continuous remove trap checked. That is a nice new feature that's been added. And yeah, our earth elemental is gonna die. But that's okay, because we can just summon up another one. Very quickly at that. Really the most powerful part of this elemental is his slight tankiness. Now, I know they've been nerfed, but it's alright. And his my ability to summon him within 2 seconds. Often mobs will not aggro you in that time, so even if you got tons of mobs around you and things are looking a little grim, just summon one of those guys. Chances are you're going to get away. Okay, so nothing crazy yet, but we're sitting at 4.2k, just under. Got a couple scrolls so far, and we're just at the start of the dungeon. So in this script, I run up. Let's explain what happens here. I run up, I hide. You'll see I say all patrol. So it's quite important if you have an elemental following you. You don't really want it right next to you as you're lockpicking. Obviously, many mobs do AoE damage, and for that reason, we want this guy to stay a little bit away from us. So in the script, there is a patrol function that, just gets him to patrol around. It's kind of handy-dandy. Okay, up to our first level 4 here. Eldritch Room. This used to be a very popular room when Eldritch Drakes were the meta. Now, not so much. You'll notice a couple things going up over my head. Just some role play there, a little bit of LARPing. And we already got, that was a nice one. We got 2 research notes. And what are those, void cores? Yeah. I'll just go up here and check. But the great thing about this script is it just tells you right away when those jets just like, stay away from that chest. We don't need it. It's already been picked. Speedrunning is the goal here. Now I could be roping around, but if I rope around I get ahead of my elemental and yeah, I could just end up taking a bunch of damage, and this is an extremely squishy build. But with a little help of our smoke bombs and our hiding and stealth and of course our elemental, it's not really a big deal. So, as soon as you run up to a chest, he's going to say, I will make short work of this trap. And that's just to let you know that he's working on the trap. And when the trap's done, he says, that should do it. And he begins lockpicking. He says, this lock won't keep me out. And as soon as that opens up, restock agent number 10 is used. And restock agents, I guess, are not the most efficient thing to use in scripts. But for this purpose, I don't really see too much of a difference. There are other ways you can use grab. And a bunch of find types, but yeah. So we're doing pretty good so far. What mystery? Okay, not much in there. Getting a rope out of there. A little bit of dungeon rope from hidden. If you didn't know, you can use the rope while hidden. Very, very nice. I'm gonna check up into this little wyvern area here. And of course, we see a level 4, and off in the distance there, we see a level 5, so we'll work our way up there. It's important to know what type of mobs are around you and whether or not they do area of effect damage. These wyverns do not, so they're very mild for a stealther. And on we go. Harvest aspect is it's quite a good aspect. I made some comments about it in my last video, and the sort of direction that they were taking in. I was a little skeptical, but I'm not complaining. Not now, anyway. And we're gonna hit that level 5 there, just to make sure we don't get this snake man to lightning bolt us. A lot of these mobs will cast meteor swarm or lightning, chain lightning, and that is just terrible to have nearby you, especially meteor swarm. I mean, the range on that is huge. So be very mindful of where you place your elemental as you're going in for the lock. Of course, if the elemental isn't there, you don't really have to worry too much about it, but we want to do things fast. So we'll just get away from these guys a little bit, and we'll call our elemental back. Head on down to the level 6s. Because things get very juicy down here. Now, I know these dust drakes have a big breath weapon, and I don't want them hitting me with it, so we'll just make sure we position ourselves correctly here. There's an alternative to this build. You don't have to use the elemental. You can replace it with 80 stealing, and then you can take advantage of the Thief's Codex, which is, you know, it's not bad. I think, you know, it's pretty good for pilfering if you want to get some extra gold, but typically I'm not really looking for extra gold, and you know, these chests are definitely giving me enough. So there's our first smoke bomb. We can definitely use the smoke bombs to move through the dungeon a little quicker. Get up to that level 6. Pretty quiet here. You do not want to get impaled by these guys, and they will impale you from if you're stealthed. So be careful on that. Okay, I see a little error here. I'm not sure what happened. Script has some redundancies, so it's not going to crash or anything. Probably a little bit of lag. Yeah, I can see my ping up there is hit a little bit of a lag bump there, but that's all right. And we're gonna go check this guy down here. Oh, looks like somebody is there. So we can tell instantly, right away, that somebody's there. And they are picking that lock. We're gonna leave him alone. Because he got there first, and I'm not an asshole. Some lock pickers, they are competitive, and they will reveal you and try to get you stuck up in a room. That's happened to me before. Shout out to that one time in Ossuary. I don't remember who did it to me, but they successfully locked me in a room with a spectral terror and revealed me. And when you're revealed, you have to wait 10 seconds before you can hide again. And, well, when you're squishy, you're dead. So be aware of where you put yourself when other players are around. Great example is coming up here. Oh, look at that, we got another research notes. We're up to 3 research notes already. We've got cores, we got some gold, we got magic items, by the way, seem to me to be quite a bit better in these chests than anywhere else. Often when I go to recycle my magic weapons at the end of a chest run, I'll have vanquishing and power and invulnerability way more than anything else. Now that could be because I have my special loot links on. I'm not sure where that comes from, but something to take note of. Okay, and we're just gonna sneak on up here into this extremely dangerous room. Taking a breath weapon from one of these rubies is pretty much a death sentence. And also, you'll notice that I'm in a very vulnerable spot. If another player were to reveal me here and then wall of stone the entranceway, I'm gonna have a hard time staying alive. I'm gonna have to run around, and I don't know if I'll have enough time to dispel the wall before I get one of these breath weapons, so just know your vulnerable spots, because yeah, people can get a little crazy on you. All right, we got a skill ball and a treasure map. What was that, a level 3? Who cares? The loot is overflowing. Thy cup runneth over. And look at that stealther, he already made it over there, didn't he? Or was that me that unlocked that lockpick progress? No, that's definitely him. Turn the script back on here. That might have been me that lockpicked that. I'm pretty sure he's over there though, so we're just gonna get ahead of him. Now he's stealthing the dungeon, and I'm running through the dungeon, so guess who's getting the chests first? This guy. So we're just gonna make short work of the trap. The lock's not gonna keep us out. And we're gonna get that sweet loot. It's always exciting what's gonna come next. Oh, looks like we got a proc on that one. And it's always nice when you get a proc. I believe the proc is around 35% or so. Reference the front of the video if you want to know. Yeah, we'll just sneak in here and get this level 6. I'm pretty sure those Azures can hit you. It's like their AoE is about 1 tile. I think they can hit you from stealth. Don't quote me on that though. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to be cautious anyway because I don't want to fall over right now with all the loot in my bag. Those smoke dragons have an AoE, but it didn't bother me. Oh, look at that. We have a furniture die. And you know, this furniture die is not on my restock list. So really quickly, we'll just show you my restock list. So this is restock number 10. You're going to want to have one of these for yourself. And it's not hard to build. You can just, you just have a list there. So I'm going to add that. Always put it up to 999. And we're done. Sometimes I come across these rare items that I haven't seen in a while. And there you go. That's how you add it to your list. Next time I see one, it will grab it. That's a dark forest die. So, as you can see, we've got 25k already. That's not bad for farming gold. I mean, that's certainly fairly quick. I think we've been down here for 10, 12 minutes. But obviously the important part is the items. That's what we're really going for. It's way more golden items in my bag right now than I have gold. And I am getting a little heavy, so I'm 510 out of 550 right now. We still have a strength potion we can drink, so let's just keep on going. Okay, we found the other lockpicker. He's right there. I could reveal him and kill him with the sunworm, possibly, but we are nice people. We do not do this. There's plenty of loot for everybody. How would you act in society if there were no consequences? Would you act like you act in a video game? Something to think about. Certainly there are consequences in this video game to your actions, but they're greatly reduced consequences. Yeah, nothing much in this one. We are moving on. Now, sometimes I'll check the boss rooms, but I'm at almost at 530 stone right now, and I just don't even really want to open a level 8 at this point because that's going to encumber me. That was a mistake. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Okay. Pretty dangerous room here, so just make sure you got some space between you and the dragons. This used to be my favorite room to trap, but that was a different era. Now we lockpick. If you look at the prices of the cores, aspect cores, you can get a very good idea of what is popular and what is not. And I have to say, Harvest looks like it's the most popular. Command is right up behind it. Tamer's just got a huge buff. Cores are going for 130, 140k. It's quite dramatic how much of a change there's been. Gadget was introduced, and those cores are selling for, I think, 5k. And for good reason. So I'm going to make this the last chest because we're pretty close to max weights. I'm already on a strength potion, and we're really close to the gate. And we are juiced to the max. Doesn't really get much more juicy than this. Even as my trapper running through this dungeon, I would never get juice like this. I'd get lots of gold very quick, but this is quite a bit of gold pretty quick too. I think we're probably about a little over 15 minutes in. I've got 30k gold in my bag. I've got 3 research notes, skill ball. We've got scrolls and all kinds of stuff. So we're just gonna dump all that. And I'm going to show you the script. Okay, and here is the script that I'm using. I'm going to post this in the description. You guys can just copy paste it, put it right into your script section, and run it. There's a couple things here that you got to know though. So there's some personalized stuff. I've tried to do my best to just sort of label all the stuff that's personalized, but I'll go through it here. This is for stealthing. This part, it puts a wizard hat on, as you see here, this little wizard hat. Exceptional armor wizard hat. You're going to want it to be blessed. You don't want to lose that. and then it puts your normal hat on. So in my case, it's my bandana and my wizard hat. You will need to change these IDs to your hats. And if you don't have a wizard hat, just delete this. You can just delete that. But I recommend using it because it's very good. This part here ties into that. It's just make sure you're not still wearing your wizard hat. Also, you're going to need to change that. Next, we have Jace's chest finder. I poached this off of his website. I made a couple changes because there's been an update to the client, Classic UO, and it allows you to do a little more now. So this basically just, yeah, it makes it so you can see the chests, all the overhead stuff, the description of the chest. That's, you know, you see me running around the dungeon. That's how that works right there. Really good script. Okay, and then we have, you know, kind of personalized towards me a little bit. This is a summoning version. I'm realizing now I could have made a couple checks in here to make it so if you're not running summoning that it'll still work. And this will work if you're running summoning. It's just if you're not running summoning, but you know, it's gonna say all patrol, right? So, but yeah, this it looks for a metal chest on the ground, and when it does, it opens it up, lock picks it, does all sorts of fancy things. Got some words in here, you know, for fun. I showed you those in the video, and we come all the way down to once we've picked it, and once we've removed the trap and picked it, you're going to get a message above your head that says the treasure is mine. And as soon as you see that, it's going to restock on the chest. That's the looting function. I've used restock agent 10. For this to work, you are going to need to use, you can change this to whatever restock you want just by changing the number. So if you already have a restock that has all of your items in it, just simply change the number to whatever yours is. If not, you're going to need to find somebody, or you can reach out to me and I'll send you my restock list. But that is something that is not included in the script. It's something that you got to do. Scripter, the guy, has mentioned to me that I could replace this with a grab function, and that would be better for sharing the script, although I don't really want to, so, you know, that's up to you. I might do that later and, you know, maybe update it, but the next part is the wooden chest. This is this exact same as the metal chest up here. It just, I guess, you know, my level of scripting needed 2 versions of this. I could probably put that in one script or one statement, but I'm not really sure how to do that, so I just made 2. So if you do need to edit the restock, just know that the wooden chest version also uses restock down here. And that is it. Well, except for one more. There's a pause here, and this is basically like the script is pulsing, you know, it's like pulsing out. So every time you see something appear above the chest, it's every 650 milliseconds, you know, it's doing that. You can edit that if you feel that there's too much spam. You can just change, you can increase that a little bit. I want a quick response, you know, this ties into sensing the chests and all that, so, you know, about a half a second is a little more, that's pretty good. And that's it. So enjoy yourself, be good, and goodbye.